Okay, everyone, welcome back to another episode of Kratos' Guilty the Game. Will I continue the trend of guiltying myself in this case? Well, we're gonna find out, because we got shady reasons for bizarre actions, apparently. And who better to ask for that reason than King Primadux himself? I see. Ambassador, we'll be examining that statue now, with or without your permission. There's so many dots! Why? With his sword drawn like that, there's an aura of valor and bravery around King Primadux. He looks so cool standing like that with a sword struck in the ground in front of him. Maybe I should try and come up with some cool pose with a shuriken or something. I am seriously beginning to think that her real goal in life is to become a ninja. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, there isn't anything particularly odd about the sword, right? No, not really. I suppose we should examine a different area of the statue now. I suppose so. Let's examine. This guy kind of looks like the Steel Samurai, don't you think? Maybe it's because they look alike and they picked him to be the Goodwill Ambassador. I suppose that's possible. Take a look at the area around the base of his neck. It looks like a gap. Hey, you're right. Maybe it's meant to be some kind of secret. Perhaps it's possible to open the statue from this gap in the construction. What? Hurry up and open it, Miles! That was the right answer. I want to look at the bottom last, thinking that was the answer. Alright, here goes. Wow, it really did open up. Hey, what's that thing that fell out? I believe a more thorough examination of it is required. Well, first, let's look at... Oh, that's interesting. So that's how that opened up. These are Mr. Cochin's fingerprints. The fact that they're on here suggests the statue once belonged to Babel. So it was smuggled from Babel to Alabast, huh? Why was there a need for them to smuggle it in the first place? That's not what he said, but I don't care. No, up here, man. There we go. What in the... Is this... Hey, this is what I think it is. It's a plate for making counterfeit bills! Somehow it appears that we've at long last arrived. At the exit to this complex labyrinth, we finally hold within our hands one of the counterfeit money plates, and the reason why the replica was smuggled into Alabast to begin with. Counterfeit plate is jotted down in my organizer-type evidence discovered at the Alabastian Embassy Ambassador's office. How wonderful. The Primadux statue can only be handled by the Ambassador or the Secretariat. So, let's see now. This was found from within the fake Primadux statue Alba smuggled into his country. How great of him. It's a counterfeit plate used to make counterfeit Zhangfa bills. It's incredibly detailed and even includes a phoenix taking off into the sky. With plates as finely crafted as these, it's no wonder the fakes are so hard to spot. Are they really that hard to spot, Edgeworth? I don't know, man. I really don't know. And the replica is nothing more than a hollow shell covered in gold. These two circumstances make the statue the ideal object to which to hide contraband. After receiving the statue containing the counterfeit plate from Sheena, the Ambassador had the misfortune of accidentally running into the Mask 2. Surprised by the thief, the Ambassador raised a replica statue at the Mask 2, and then in order to frame the Steel Samurai of the murder, he covered the samurai sword in blood. Well, Ambassador Alba... You're the leader of the smuggling ring? Yeah, I called that like about several episodes ago, but whatever. Like, as soon as it was like, oh, okay, Sheena's not the leader, so I guess it must be... Well, no, what did I call him? I don't remember. Did I call him, like, right after he showed up and told us not to examine anything? Or was it before? I don't think I would have called that before he did that. I don't know. My country's a mess, and it's all because of you. You're the one who killed the Mask 2? Answer us. I never thought that you would figure things out to this level! ... However, there's one point I disagree with you on! The head of the smuggling ring was... Mr. Kochin!
Quit messing around. I have no sympathy for someone who would try to pass the guilt onto a dead man. If there is one thing I'm sure of, it's that you're the real ringleader, Quirkus Alba.
It's not good to speak with such subjectivity, you know, Agent Lang?
Subjectivity, my conclusion, is anything but, and is the result of logic investigation. I still don't really understand why people from Alabast and Babel are making counterfeit Zhang Fa money. Why are they doing that? Do they use the same currency? I mean, like, it doesn't add up to me. It's like, oh, well, this isn't our country's currency, but we're gonna make counterfeits of it anyway, because why the heck not? My conclusion is anything but and is the result of logic investigation.
Logic and investigation? Only seconds ago you were ready to arrest Miss Von Karma! Well, I mean, we got proof now, good sir, but, you know, whatever. I don't think we can give such flip-floppy logic any real weight, do you?
Heh.
Question mark? Question mark?
It looks like you still don't get why I came back.
Excuse me?
You see the reason I came back? So that I could sink my fangs into your wrinkly old neck. From the very beginning, my real target has been you.
What?
Agent Lang, I demand an explanation! Sorry, sis, I didn't mean to put you through all that. I knew you were innocent from the very beginning.
What the heck are you talking about? You did?
I knew that this whole incident has been meticulously planned and prepared for. So naturally, the occupant of this room, Ambassador Alba, seemed the most suspicious. But without the ambassador's permission, we couldn't get in to take another look around.
Ah, so that's why you put on this big show to accuse Francisca of the murder. Except when I failed, you did actually put her in for murder, but whatever, you know. Using Francisca as the bait, you were able to gain us entry to investigate rights.
Yeah, if I hadn't done that, I doubt the ambassador would have given the okay to poke around.
So that's what this is all about. Very well, I will forgive you. But in exchange for using me as a bait, you will take some responsibility and help us find the truth.
Agent Lang, for giving me such a great opening, I thank you.
You know, I just knew, Mr. Prosecutor, that somehow if we were able to find some proof by investigating this room, that you would be able to figure out the real culprit with your special brand of logic.
Or, you didn't say ha-ha, you just said ha. The evidence detectives collect combined with the logic of a prosecutor. That's just as it should be. In a prosecutor-detective team, right?
I don't know about all that. But one thing I do know is that I'm itching to see that old man get what's coming to him.
Ho ho! You're quite scary when you want to be, aren't you?
Hey, you were the one who was planning to use me to push all the guilt onto the sis. But unfortunately for you, you misjudged me.
Agent Lang! I wish for you to stop trying to intimidate me! What we need right now is evidence and proof! I wonder if you have what is necessary to prove that I am the head of the smuggling ring!
Objection! Don't be such a sore loser! If you really are the head of the smuggling ring, then you should acknowledge your crimes with dignity.
Dignity? That is nothing more than a fool's insincere display of strength! If you really wish for me to acknowledge my crimes, then I would like to first see some of this thing you call evidence! I tell you, I knew nothing, really! I didn't even know that a counterfeit plate was hidden inside that statue! You swapped a real statue that vested in your country the authority to rule for a fake. It doesn't make any sense that you didn't know anything. It doesn't make sense! Where doesn't it make sense? Can you prove that it doesn't make sense?
He's really got us! He's turned the entire situation around on us!
Dot 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 dot! The proof that Interpol has been after, which points to this man as the ringleader. If we can somehow find that proof now, then we can see it to it that justice is finally served. Is there nothing I can use to break this case wide open? Dot dot dot. The trump card in the videotape. With those two items, we might be able to finally bring this man down. But the card is evidence from a case that Mr. Faraday hid away in secret. And the tape was stolen by Detective Bad from the police. They're both illegal evidence. No matter what, a protector of the law can't be allowed to use such pieces of evidence. Needless to say, we Von Karmas are commanded to achieve nothing but victory. And by any means necessary.
The only way to bring someone like that to justice was to do so outside of the courts. That's what we thought at the time.
I no longer follow the path of Manfred von Karma. And I won't follow the path of Yatagarasu. This leaves me with what? What creed will I believe in? If I want to pursue the truth, then I will sully my hands in illegality. And if I want to pursue justice, then I will lose the truth. What is the law? And what is justice?
I don't know, ask Apollo.
And which path is the prosecutor supposed to follow? That choice is one I must make by my own hand. Here and now.
This sounds like the most appropriate point for a save I have ever seen in my entire life. Oh, jeez, what is this now? I need to like, hello there, I'm just gonna not worry about it, I suppose. I guess I'll keep that. I'll just keep that there? Huh! Don't use the trump card, don't use the trump card, don't use the trump card, use the trump card. Well, let's see now. I'd say I'm gonna let the truth escape forever. I'm not gonna use a trump card.
I am the prosecutor and I can't allow myself to use such evidence such as these.
Mr. Edgeworth, if you don't do something, Ambassador Alba is going to get away with it.
Yeah, I know, but...
What are you holding back for? The only thing a Von Karma should pursue is the perfect proof. If you really do have what it takes to complete the argument, then there is absolutely no reason not to use it.
Lang Si says, the reason people judge people is because people are people. People weren't born to be chained to the law. Laws were born to protect the people. You're the only one here right now who can put this guy out to pasture. And that is the only way a second of a third generation of Zhang Fa's people will be born. Can you really still hesitate knowing the fate of a nation rests in your hands?
There is no limit to the law. Any limit that exists was set there by man. When a person goes beyond that limit, then the law too crosses a new territory. For what reason were laws invented? The answer to that is what I must now show. Ambassador Alba, I wonder if you might recognize this. Oh, I wonder what that card is! I've never seen that before in my life! It's a directives card used by the leader of the ring to relay instructions to his subordinates. Oh, is that what that is? This card was sent to the real culprit behind the KG8 incident 10 years ago. A man by the name of Mr. Manny Kochin. Oh! So why do you have such a card in your possession? Because it was hand-delivered to me. By a certain great thief, the Yatagarasu. The Yatagarasu gave that to you? Don't talk nonsense! And let's be serious, Mr. Edgeworth! Do you have any proof that the card contains directions from the ringleader? I'll have you know that the card is not the only thing I was given.
Oh, was it now?
What? This contains security footage that was shot just before the start of the KG8 incident. The KG8 incident? The card and the video. These two pieces of evidence are what will seal your fate. And then you will blame your fate. Ho ho! Very interesting! I must admit I am very curious now. Very curious indeed in these case-deciding pieces of evidence you presented. The prey the Yatagarasu has been chasing all this time now stands before me. I can't allow this man who has had his free reign for 10 long years to simply walk away. Now is the time for me to bring into fruition the valiant spirit that was given to me.
Oh, okay. March 15th, that took like 40 minutes? March 15th, 1:34 a.m., Theatrum Neutralis Lobby.
So what is this interesting thing that you wanted to show me? The trump card and the videotape. These two pieces of evidence together make for the ultimate hand. And this is where the real meaning behind Detective Bad's words will be realized. Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir!
What you see here is security footage shot just before the KG-8 murder occurred. From this footage, we know that this card is a directive's card from the smuggling ring. This is the section that proves that the card was used to relay an order.
The section that proves the card was used to relay an order? Huh? Huh? Can I... Oh. This is a section that proves that the card was used to relay an order. The knife?
Take a look at this area. What about that area? My eyes aren't what they used to be, so I can't see what you're pointing at too well. From what I can see, it doesn't look like it's related to our conversation. It's unrelated? I need to remain calm and take another look at the footage. What is the vital clue that shows us that the card was used to relay an order? This is the section that proves that the card was used in relay an order.
What? I don't really know, but okay. Is the card itself? What the heck? That's too obvious! I thought it was obscure! Ah!
As you can see, Mr. Coach,
what the heck?
is holding the card in his right hand. I see! The killer is indeed holding a card with the exact same design on it! But that card isn't the one you have! Just because they look the same doesn't mean that they are, does it now? But there is a very easy way for me to prove that they are in fact one and the same. All we have to do is simply take a look at this.
Okay. Well, just look at that, right?
According to Detective Bad, Ambassador Alba's directive cards bear the mark of a three-legged raven. Or in other words, a Yatagarasu. I suppose this mark was the inspiration for their group's name, the Yatagarasu.
Okay, so it's that.
A section of the text has been obscured by blood, but it's clear the writing is Kradopian. According to Detective Bad, Silent CCU is what is written here, along with the method to be used and where she lived. The evil intent displayed in this writing will not go unpunished.
Okay.
This dark red blood, yes, this is your proof. Proof that the orders on this card were played out in that terrible tragedy. The blood belonged to the victim of the KG-8 incident. With a bit of DNA testing, we can very easily verify that is fact. ... If you have no objections, then I'd like for you to take a look at this next piece of footage. This car that passed by in front of the victim's apartment building. It's an official Kradopian government car. What? Detective Gumshoe, if you could please magnify the footage. This area of the footage directly links the smuggling ring with Kradopia.
What is that? I don't know what that is, but that does make me wonder, though. Is this a black card? It is!
The shape of this pocket and the directives card in it. It tells us that without a doubt, this person in this car is Mr. Kokshin. Nick! The license plate on the car was also captured by the security camera, and with it we can easily find out who was sitting in this car on that day 10 years ago. Nick! Which is why I can say with confidence that you were riding this car on that day. ONG! Also, excuse me! Huh! Oh. I have left off. You've done well, boy, to make it this far. However, about your claim that I was riding in the car at the time, that's going to be mighty difficult to prove. How so? The Principality of Cadopia no longer exists, so naturally all records from that time period also no longer exist. Ugh, that arrogance. What he really means is he's already erased all traces then. Are we finished here, boy? The only weapon I have left to me now is this piece of footage. There must be something here that I can use against him.
That's... Oh, that is the same... That's a badge!
What the? Ambassador Alba. Yes, what is it? You were once an army man in the service of Cadopia. And it was you who made the many missions you participated in successes, correct? Why the sudden backhanded praises, boy? Although, to be sure, the brilliant medals on my breast were awarded to me during the era of Cadopia. But now I am only one who owns this particular medal. In that case, the only person it could be who is sitting in his car is you. How do you How do you figure that? By the medal captured here in this footage. It's clearly the same exact medal as the one on your chest. What? This is how it will be, but I won't look back. For this is the path that I have chosen. You've moved me with your devotion to this case, Mr. Edgeworth. Why is he taking such an arrogant stance with me? It's almost looking impossible, isn't it? For the lot of you to have come this far. It looks like I just might lose a little game this time.
You might lose this game this time. You don't get another round, Mr. Ambassador.
Is that a fact? Very well. I've decided to confess and admit my guilt.
You're going to confess?
And I will accept whatever punishment that may come as a result.
What the?
Regarding the Mask 2 murder, I admit it. I did it out of self-defense. You claiming it was justified self-defense? The Mask 2 attacked me and I felt that my life was in danger. If I hadn't done what I did, I might be the one you found dead instead of him.
What a pathetic performance.
I'm not giving you one.
Wow, you two really know how to laugh at inappropriate times.
If you wish to claim it was justified self-defense, then we will need some evidence. It's always the evidence with you, isn't it? But if that's what you require, I'll provide it. That man left a mark on me when he attacked. What? I don't particularly want to show it off, but this is proof that it was in self-defense.
I'm just trying to think, is there anything that would contradict that particularly?
I'm an old man, and sometimes I don't pay enough attention when I should.
But the Mask 2 didn't have a single weapon on his body.
Hold on. It's nothing to get worked up over, because I hid the weapon.
You hid it?
I'm sorry, but as you know, a murder is a murder, even if it's in self-defense. And I couldn't let it become public, seeing as how I am an ambassador. This is the weapon you seek, my special bonsai trimming shears.
Ugh, it's covered in blood.
He was trembling quite badly during our struggle, but that's when he grabbed the shears that were sitting in my office and attacked. But you see, it was an act of self-defense.
Is he right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Since he has both a wound and the weapon that caused it, it's enough to declare it so.
Ambassador Alba's wound data jotted down to my organizer. Oops, I didn't mean to...
No way!
Let's see what we got here. Now we got things here. Type information received from an Ambassador Licurcus Alba. Mr. Alba's claims that proof he was stabbed by the Mask 2, so it was justified defense. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we took a photo of that already. How did we do that? Oh, which reminds me, I guess there is still one more accusation I need to resolve. Smuggling and counterfeiting. Unfortunately, all that is my secretary's doing. I had no knowledge it was going on. Stop spewing nonsense. You're trying to throw my investigation under the bus in your desperation. If you want to get real honest, everything in this case can be connected to you.
The murder of the masked tool was done in self-defense? In my trials, no man escapes his crime alive.
Perhaps so, if you were my opponent in court. However, there's one very important fact that I think you may have forgotten.
And what is that? ...
That's what you mean? Extra... territoriality? That's right. This embassy sits on what is effectively Alabastian soil. So any trial that is to be held will be held in Alabast. Therefore, the crime I just admitted to will never be tried in your courts.
Agent Lang, what is Interpol's stance on this?
Agents investigate. That's our job. The judgment of people who have confessed to their crime. That's the court's job.
Nick!
And I've already confessed to all of my crimes, Agent Lang. Furthermore, by the very nature of my position, I have full extraterritorial rights. These rights are effective even on your country's soil, therefore, no matter where a crime may take place, I will never stand trial in one of your courts. That arrogant and your expression. That's nothing like the face of someone who is ready to accept the consequences. Don't tell me you have your own country's judicial system eating right out of your hands. These crimes you all speak so seriously of. To me, this has all been nothing more than a game. You may chase me out of this embassy with your accusations, but it's no big deal. Alabast has numerous other embassies in other countries around the world. All you would accomplish is you would change the backdrop of our little game.
These 2 layers of protection that extraterritoriality provides him. This is why he is one of those who cannot be brought to court.
Probably can't be bought either, but you never know. Oh, maybe you can. Smuggling, you know. You see now, don't you? I live in a whole different world than you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go and fetch your eviction papers.
Is there nothing we can do?
To be continued, eh? Oh no, we're gonna find some truth! So much truth! Oh, jeez, this is getting crazy now. Ambassador Alba's is a freaking crazy guy. Go figure, man. March 15th, 2:11 a.m., Theatrum Neutralis Lobby. I can't believe it's their extraterritoriality.
Yes, and there was nothing we can really do about that. In the end, we didn't have enough authority to bring him to justice.
I can't believe that even though we know he's the boss, we can't lay a finger on him.
I know. ...
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, sorry to skip out on you, but I've got some business to take care of.
If we can't even give an evil guy like him a slap on the wrist, then what the heck were laws created for? What good are they? If the law can't help us, then I'll go as a Yatagarasu and take care of this myself.
Don't you dare!
Mr. Edgeworth!
Sorry, that was a bit too harsh.
I know how you feel, sir. We're trying to take on an ambassador after all. And he did tell us earlier to get out of the theater. This is kind of their country, I guess. But I feel like I've been slapped across the face for just doing my job.
What am I going to do? Should I retreat for now and formulate a better plan of attack?
Come on, everyone. We can't give up yet.
Okay.
I want you to think about something for a sec. We never let up even for a second, and as long as we don't stop investigating, we might find the rotten treasure hidden here.
She's right!
Come on, Mr. Edgeworth.
You're right, Kay. Very well. Let us reopen the investigation and see what we can find. Come on, Kay.
Right behind you.
Okay, then I'll go check out Babel a bit more, sir.
And I have something that I need to investigate further in Alabast.
Well, wait, why would... But... It's one thing to go into Babel, but why would they... They won't let you into Alabast, Francisca. I mean, oh, okay. A little bit confused. How does this work? Now then, before I gather any more information, I should do a bit of housekeeping. Passion flowers data erased from my... Oh.
Passion flowers data erased from my organizer.
Begin investigation.
Theatrum Neutralis lobby.
Ambassador Alba seemed... Whoa, that's wrong voice. Ambassador Alba seemed agitated over something.
Agitated Alba. I sense that there is something he doesn't want us to investigate.
I wonder why. There are two special circumstances that surround the ambassador. First, the embassy itself has extraterritorial rights. If something happens on Alabastian soil, we are unable to legally prosecute him.
Cool, it sounds like embassies are the perfect place to steal whatever you want.
And Murder Damask 2, run a smuggling operation, and make a counterfeit bills apparently.
But I thought all the counterfeiting was done by Mr. Coach in Babel.
Yes, he apparently used the embassy's coupon printing press to do it.
Cochin's counterfeiting ops used Babelese embassy's printing press and Babelese ink to make counterfeit bills.
But it's the same story over there anyway. Babel also has extraterritorial rights. Which brings me to my next point. The ambassador's extraterritorial rights. Those rights are effective even in our own country.
Really?
No matter what happens, he can never be tried in our courts. He retains some very special rights indeed. Basically, no matter what wrongs he may commit, we can't bring him to trial here.
So I guess we can't really... We don't stand a chance, do we?
We might stand a chance if we can somehow nullify either of one of his special rights.
Well, I guess we're gonna see if we can nullify either one of his special rights in the next exciting episode, maybe?
Possibly. I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, who knows, really? It's a mystery to all of us, of course. Let's see, and part 2? Yep, and part 2. Well, anyway, on the next exciting episode, yeah, something happens!